Kasi pumunta ako doon, kumbaga, para ipakita ko ng yung skill ko. Pero, kahit anong try mo, yun talaga pa rin yung napapansin.
Oh, it makes me so angry.
SB19 have gone through some tough times for sure. But the toughest thing was yet to happen.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Whoever here. I hope that you are all doing well. Finally, I have cleared my schedule because I want to watch this. Casual Chuck has been very busy. I didn't think that there were any more episodes to go with this mini docuseries, but there is. I think this is going to be left open-ended, so whenever something happens, we can be informed. And I'm excited because, as always, the way that Chuck tells stories and backs up everything that he shows us in his videos is amazing. So I know that he's a good, reliable source, and he's also really positive when he talks about our boys, which is something that I want to champion. And I just love watching his content, and to watch it with you as well is just even better. So this is SB19 Story, episode number 6. The episode is called Kings. Brackets. Shocking.
This is just an ordinary photo of Ken taken back in 2022. But when this music starts playing,
Whoa.
it becomes something out of the ordinary.
How do you spot stuff like this?
Sa umaga, siya agad ang gusto na makita. Di ako marunong kumanta pero para sa kanya harana, harana. Teka lang, bakit ba parang nasa tono tong
It's really such a beautiful collab.
Gusto ko lang naman sabihin na malamahali kang yung ganda, malaya. Di magwawakas, tila parirala. Oh, Diyos ko, ano pa nga bang masasabi ko? Sana di ka mawalay sa'kin ang aking sinta.
Keep your hands off, Pablo.
Just need you.
Totally unrelated, but it seems I'm still very much in love with Stealth.
For many years, kings have looked into the heavens for guidance. Their ambitions and fates intertwined with the rhythm of the cosmos. As they uncover its different forms, the universe whispers secrets known only to those who dare to dream. And when they do dream, stars begin to align for them. Destiny bows to their command and their kingdoms start to thrive. Prepare to get used to seeing more moments like this in this video. Because
you are now in the presence of a king.
Damn right we are.
What?
back in 2019, 3 days before SB19's Go Up went viral, a group of students were just looking for a random person to interview for the school project when they found this good-looking bystander. They thought he was a foreigner at first, but then...
Are you from here?
Who is it? Justin?
Hoy, bakit ako yun?
Hindi sabi niya eh. Pero pwede po ba kami magtanong ng tatlong tanong para makapasa namin ang kaalaman ng bawat Pilipino?
Kuya, ano lang to, school project, kahit magkamali ka, okay lang. Malito naman kami.
Ayan, thank you.
Yan lang.
Unang-una po, sino po ang pambansang bayani po natin? Halata naman po kasi sa Rizal pa po tayo. Thank you po, thank you po.
Basta ba't yun yung tanong mo?
Okay. Pangalawa po, ano po ang pambansang hayop po natin? Kalabaw.
Of course he was gonna get all of this right.
Pangatlo po, pinakamahirap. Hindi talaga. Ano po ang pambansang ibon po natin? Oh, Philippine Eagle, tama! Wala pa siyang prize!
Pangalan po, kuya. Ano?
Pangalan na lang po, kuya. Number at email po. Justin. Thank you po, Justin.
And this is so weird. Imagine finding out later
Pasimple
who
ka.
this turns out to be.
Okay. Nagiging bakla ka na.
This video didn't only prove the power of Justin's visuals, but also showcased his humility. But the most interesting thing is that this video alone has got to be the most subtle foreshadowing of what's to come. From being admired by just a small group of students to being admired by the whole country 3 days later, then the whole world a few years after. Just imagine the reaction of this guy when he finds out Justin's real identity.
So amazing.
Another foreshadowing happened back in 2022 when they got invited to perform at the Binibining Pilipinas beauty pageant.
Wow. I love this so much, you know that?
Pablo's ponytail was amazing here, by the way.
It always is.
So backstage, SB19 were just doing typical SB19 antics.
Our next contestant, Ginoong Pilipinas, number 16, Sylvester Ajero.
Well, I believe in the 25 years of my existence here in the Philippines, I would say I'm standing here in front of you as strong as the man standing here in the center of me. And together, we are high five.
They had no idea that next year, this would actually come true.
And our judge will be
the most charismatic member of multi-awarded and Billboard nominee P-pop phenom, SB19, Mr. JOSHCULLEN.
And look at how handsome he is.
It's just so amazing how
Good
stars
Lord.
seem to align for them. What's even more amazing is what happened back in 2021 in a Zoom interview. Because what initially was just another playful joke turned into reality 2 years later.
Sample.
Kahit wala ka na, bukas ay maghihintay sa gitna ng pag-iisa.
Okay.
Ayun lang po.
Look at how Pablo was listening.
Oo nga. Oo nga. Oh, nag-turn ng chair si Stel. Yon, Coach Stel. Si Coach Stel ka na. Okay.
Ay, napaturn. Love it.
This is really, really
Hi mga
creepy.
kapuso, this is Coach Tel of the Boys Generations.
Boy group in the land.
Hello po sa inyong lahat, kami po ang SB19 at full support kami kay
So he'd joke about it, yet when the opportunity came to him, he was far too humble to accept it straight off.
Coach Stel.
So from Stel singing in an empty room to performing in The Voice as one of the coaches. I mean, how do these things keep on happening to them? As they continued their quest, they released their Pagtatag trailer on April 2023. Everyone was blown away because the whole thing felt like a movie. The crazy thing about it is that most of the effects they used were practical, including this big explosion.
3, 2, 1. Walk, walk, walk. And nice. And
That is loud.
It's literally explosion.
Sheesh, that was dangerous for sure.
Yeah.
A month later, they dropped Gento.
Was there really a month between that?
This song took over social media and became SB19's biggest song alongside Mapa because of its clever and meaningful lyrics and easy-to-dance choreography. A couple of weeks later, SB19 announced their departure from Show BT and dropped the full Pagtatag EP, which includes the catchy Gento,
Yeah, I'm gonna see you later. Pagkatapos ko mag-shower.
the sensual
use
I
that
Want
bit?
You,
I wanna fall on my knees, beg for your body on me.
the battle cry Crimzone,
Now we run, we go hard like we lose none. We're crimson on the sun, slicing, dicing, and it's
the heart-wrenching Ilaw,
Chuck is literally editing all of my favorite bits into one video. What is happening?
the heartwarming Liham,
liham sa pag-ibig ko.
and the uplifting Freedom.
You are my freedom. All them is so red, we gotta celebrate.
The whole EP was so good that it immediately entered the music charts. Because of this, SB19 got invited to local game shows like Family Feud,
Stel, anong huli mong ginawa bago ka umalis ng bahay kanina?
Nagbanyo.
Anong ginawa mo sa banyo?
Nagwiwi.
Umihi. Survey. Wala.
Tapos yung 100 kayo, mali kayo. Oh, hindi kayo umiihi. You guys are wrong. Kaya may sakit kayo sa bato. Tama!
and I can see your voice.
Whoa, I missed this fabulous outfit from Pablo.
I just remembered something. They were also invited here back in the Go Up era.
Not
Some
those
fans were
outfits.
saying that one of the show's host, Jobert, was mocking Josh's hair.
Yung pinaka-hit nila, yung love song na kanta nila. Ano? Why is our hair black? Yours is white. Katayin mo, kuya! Nag-umpisa tayo.
What do you guys think?
I'm not sure. I think that might be on the line of like harmless, only because I think that shows like a generational gap. I think when Jobert, for example, grew up, perhaps it wasn't normal for men to be groomed to color their hair, and you know, having white hair for a young person was not trendy. Like it was the elders that used to do that. But there's a real difference. You know, Gen Z, millennials, all of this comes into play. However, I do agree to a certain extent that it's funny when the other person knows that you're making a joke and they're also finding it funny. But if you're trying to mock somebody and you cover it up within a joke, then it's not really quite funny. But then actually that means that all of British humor is not funny. And it is.
So going back, SB19 also performed in different new time shows, except it's showtime because of this incident.
Oh.
Anong sayaw yan?
Ghetto.
SB19.
SB19.
Let's go. Bawal na raw.
I don't know if the boys would purposely do that.
Naningin na. Oo, bawal na daw. Hindi, mamaya sa labas.
Hindi ba good promo yun for the music industry? Ganun lang pala.
Pero
Sayang.
mamaya po.
Thank you.
Sa labas.
What?
This triggered fans, bashers, and musicians, making this issue explode. One side says it's the artist's right to collect royalty, while the other calls them greedy. Despite the issue, SB19 kept going. They were so unstoppable
even know
that
about
even
that.
technical issues couldn't even hold them back.
Ain't nothing gonna hold them back. Ever. They didn't even miss a beat.
Di ka basta-basta makakakita ng ganito. Di ko na kailangan ng Daramain ako, daming bigani ko, ay ako, nanamoni-moni ko, sa daming pinagdaan, nagbago ng story. Sa mga chismo, solinan, bumanig na rin ako. Hindi ba talaga magaling? Hindi ko mapanood eh. Sa ito naman tagapagbeg, yung banak kong manisto.
This is a performance that should be framed because it's so good.
Na beast ko! The real shit, the beat is all there. All there! See the diamonds, how they killing Kobe. Kobe! Just like you're with the harder world play. When I'm home court. Sa akin sa pagkahiruwe. Ito naman hito nang awalan naman. Kung nagawa mo mga ito sigaw pa. Kung galing sa lupa. Bakit pilitin mo mukha, hindi mo makukuha.
And then, it was time for them to take over as they kicked off their pagtatag tour locally and internationally. The entire tour was a big success, so when SB19 came back home, they wanted to give back to their fans by organizing an event that was more intimate and full of interactions.
And what an event it was.
Towards the end of the event, they revealed their Freedom music video. And while watching it, every member seemed to be having a flashback and started becoming emotional.
Sobrang punong-puno po ng kasiyahan yung heart ko ngayon. Kasi hindi namin akalain na abot kami ng 5 years. Tapos, itong 5th year, parang parang pag nagtatrabaho ka kasi, parang lagi mong iniisip yung dream mo, ginagawa mo yung best mo, masyado kang focus na sa work, nakakalimutan nyo i-appreciate yung mga maliliit na bagay, and syempre yung mga bagay na sinishare nyo.
Okay, so I watched this fan meet. It wasn't subbed, and then I've never been able to find an English sub version of it. And I just want to say to you, this is incredibly creepy because over the past week or so, I have been listening to. So now this is my Big Bang link. I have been listening to Daesung of Big Bang song called Hello, and in fact, a couple of minutes ago, I just tweeted about it because it's just been ringing in my mind. If you read the lyrics of it, that is exactly what Pablo is saying right here. That when you are chasing your dream, you sometimes forget to appreciate those the little moments, the real parts of life that are making you happy, and those relationships and everything, because you're just speeding ahead. You're kind of looking above it. You've got tunnel vision, and this is so incredibly creepy. Oh my gosh.
Ken, happy birthday. Marami mo aning mga tuiga nga hingabot. Hinaot ko nga ang Ginoo hatag pa nimo og dugang mga katuigan sa imong kinabuhi. Pero nasayon ko nga ang Ginoo nagproteksyon labaw sa tanan nimo sa imong mga kauban, sa imong mga fans, sa imong mga staff, sa tibuok grupo nimo sa SB19. Ang imong birthday celebration kulang tungod kay wala mi sa imong giliran nga nag-celebrate. Gawas pa ni ana na nagko mo nga dili sa among mga kamot nga kami ang nalaga sa inyo ha. Nantod ko nagko mo sa inyong apuhan. Pero bisan pa ni ana nasayod ka o nasayod ang Ginoo. Nganong naami din sa laing nasod ng ginabuhi sa Malaysia tungod sa atong pagkapobre, tungod sa atong pagkawala-wala.
Ba't ka nag-breakdown?
Hindi po, kasi po, yun nga po, parang ang tagal na rin na walang nangyayari sa amin. Dapat ang pag-usap namin ng parents ko talaga is mag-stop na ako sa training. Mag-work na po ako after graduation.
Hanggang ngayon, hindi mo pa rin nakikita yung tatay mo?
Opo, never po. Recently po parang may nagpakilala po sa akin na kapatid po ng father ko. Kaso daw po, wala na daw sa katino ang isip. So, nag-move on na lang po.
Ay.
Kasi hindi alam ng mga tao yung hirap na pinagdaanan namin. Kaya pag nakakarinig kami ng talagang matatak talaga sa isipan namin, lalo na siguro kay Steve.
Kasi pumunta ako doon, kumbaga, para ipakita ko lang yung skill ko. Pero kahit anong try mo, yun talaga pa rin yung napapansin.
It makes me so angry.
SB19 have gone through some tough times for sure. But the toughest thing was yet to happen.
Before mabuo yung
Yeah, it was.
Dami namin pinagdaanan, challenges, problem. And yung SB19 mismo na name, alam niya sa problem siya talaga.
Fans have recently observed alterations on their social media accounts and promotional materials, notably the absence of the name SB19.
Most of their Asian tour concerts got cancelled last minute, which angered some fans. It was also revealed that SB19 were allegedly mistreated during their stay in their previous company. Despite all the speculations, they stayed silent for a month until 1Z Entertainment announced that they have finally reached an agreement with ShowBT that would allow them to use the SB19 brand again. Multiple articles were saying that SB19 regained ownership of the brand, but those were fake news. ShowBT still owns the name and just allowed the group to use it in exchange for a cut from their income, which is a significant blow to SB19's finances. This was made even more apparent in SB19's recent TikTok live when Justin said this.
Live namin nung nag-Kwanzi kami. Gaganda nung live namin. Tapos ngayon live tayo, di ba? Alam niyo na.
Watching Pablo's face.
Justin was pretty much pointing out the difference between their live streams before and after the legal issues, because there was a clear decline in quality, which might have been the result of less financial capability. Despite all of it, they still signed the agreement. For them, it wasn't all about the money anymore.
I don't
It was
think
all
it
about
ever
the
has
love for
been.
their craft and
That is
especially
exactly
for
what
their
it's always
fans.
been.
So one day after the end of the worst setback,
Next is the pioneer of P-pop. It's SB19.
comes their best global comeback.
How many times am I watching this now? Did you see how he's pointing out that he's being shaped? We're getting there, Pab. You better be ready for that reveal.
Derek.
Such a killer comeback.
SB19 opened the show in the best way the fans could ever imagine. The biggest artists who attended the event couldn't even hide their amazement. Not only that, because they also received not just one, but two major awards, putting their name SB19 and the Philippines on the map, proving that they are indeed worthy of the nickname the P-Pop Kings.
Noon po, pangarap lang po namin ang makapag-release ng kanta, pero ngayon nasa harap niyo na po kami at tumatanggap ng award. Sa aming pinakamamahal na 18, maraming salamat sa walang sawang suporta, sa pagmamahal, sa pagtsatsaga at sa pag-aantay sa amin. Inuulit po namin itong award na to hindi lang para sa amin, para sa ating lahat to. And of course, we are very happy and we're very honored to represent and to showcase the Filipino music all around the world. Muli kami po ang SB19. Maraming salamat po.
So what have we learned from their story so far? For me, if someone wants to become a king, they have to live like one from the beginning.
Yeah.
Living like a king isn't about enjoying a comfortable life full of luxury. It's all about daring yourself to dream. They were not born winners, but they built themselves to win. From being fans of their idols to becoming one themselves. We don't even realize that SB19 have always been living like kings all along. And they have been sitting on their throne, which is the destiny of their own. And their legacy is their kingdom, or what we call today as fandom. Let us make way, because
you are now in the presence of a king.
Don't you feel really pumped watching this? I mean, this was amazing. Thank you to Chuck and to everybody that has assisted in putting this together. I'm going to let these credits play in case there is anybody else that needs to be thanked on this. Ew, I know that's Chuck's live stream, and I did watch it, but I do not want that man's face on my screen. Look at what I'm being recommended to watch. Absolutely not. Boycott. Let's just leave this on the screen, shall we? Do you not just feel absolutely pumped? And I know that some of this allows your imagination to run wild and speculates on certain aspects, but also there's a lot of truth in this. I do genuinely believe that you can put stuff out there into the universe and things will happen for you. And I think it has been proven by many people, by theories, but I truly believe that. There's a book called The Secret, and if you've read that, I totally believe that. I think that you could change your life around, and the people that often end up in the most dire situations, all they need to do is just engage this. That's the beginning, right? Money and lifestyle, that all changes the minute you change what's in your mind. And the thing that hit me the most with SB19, of course, their talent. But when I started delving into them as human beings, all of their behind the scenes content, was that actually they were incredibly hardworking. Like, there was no amount of hours that they wouldn't rehearse. They were willing to commit everything, and their self-belief. So they went through a lot of hate in the beginning. They still do, and they still will, because the more that they're opened up to a wider audience, there will be people that just want to jump on that hate train because they think it's cool, or that they think it's trendy to do that on Twitter. However, that self-belief that each and every member had to make it in this industry as a singer, as an artist, we couldn't have done that, right? If they just believed in themselves 70% or 80%, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing today. They would have been forgotten about already. 5 years is long enough for somebody that believes in themselves 70% of the time. They are making waves because they have stories to tell. Real life stories. They have all had experiences, and they all want to make changes, not only in the Philippines, but perhaps in the music industry as a whole. They want to level up this playing field. Equality, equity. And this was just absolutely amazing. I mean, I always leave Chuck's docuseries feeling incredibly energized and pumped and ready to love the boys even more. But I, in particular, really like this one. I think with the others, at that point I was getting to know SB19, but by this point I'm already so invested. Like, I think somebody said to me, I've got like 350 SB19 related videos on my channel. I'm very much invested in this group. And so watching this now, I think this is the kind of messaging that us as fans and Chuck as a content creator is absolutely doing the right thing in putting out, informing people. And I would say that the more we talk about SB19 and the more that we comment and share their content and the more that we put out into the universe that they are going to make it on this world stage, the more it is 100% going to happen. I truly, truly believe that we are all a part of this. They are going to continue creating unbelievable music, giving us unbelievable performances and stages. And what are we going to do? We're not going to shut up about them. That is what is going to happen. And they have always lived like kings. I truly, truly believe that. And it all comes from like the upbringing. I want to take it back to that. Now, I have said time and time again that whatever is happening in the Philippines in terms of children and their education and their upbringing and this family relationship is so incredibly beautiful. And in the rest of the world, that is becoming a rarity. That must never change. So a huge part of SB19's pull, attraction, and beauty, and this idea of them being kings always comes from that upbringing. It's because I believe that people in the Philippines are taught that you have to work incredibly hard if you want to get somewhere. You are not born with a silver spoon in your mouth, and you will not be given something on a plate. Sure, I'm sure that nepotism also exists in the Philippines, but I think that you have to work hard. You have to prove yourself. You may be given an opportunity due to nepotism or due to contacts, but that doesn't mean that you're going to make it. It doesn't mean that 5 years later you are going to be winning 2 awards at the Asia Artist Awards, right? It's all hard work, grit, and that self-belief, that being brought up with, you can do it. You are strong enough to do it. Having really, really good, solid mental health and having a really core group of friends and family that are going to stick by you no matter what. They might try to take you away from certain aspects of this industry to keep you grounded, to ensure that you don't go off the rails, but it's for your own betterment. And these boys always have their feet firmly on the ground, and I love this. I wait for episode number 7. However, if that means that something major or somewhat traumatic has to happen to the boys, then I can wait a very, very long time. Talk to me about episode number 6, Kings. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about all of this. And thank you so much for watching this with me. I hope that you had fun. And until I see you next time, take care. Stay safe. Bye.